If you are a man over 60 years old, here's something you probably haven't heard of. A large part of the fatigue, the drop in desire, the less vigorous mornings, and even the decrease in confidence you've been feeling may not just be due to age. It may be linked to your diet, specifically to the fruits that are missing. That's right, fruits. Because hidden on the supermarket shelves are 3 natural foods that can quietly boost your energy, revitalize your performance, and restore your vitality without pills, without embarrassment, and without waiting months for results. I am Dr. Jocelyn, a physician graduated from USP, a specialist in nutrition from the Federal University of Sao Paulo, with over 25 years of experience in men's health, and a researcher in the andrology department. What I'm about to tell you may surprise you, because it's not about testosterone injections or prescription medications. It's about real, tasty fuel that your body recognizes and appreciates. Most men believe that decline is inevitable. But what if I told you there's a red fruit that irrigates your arteries with renewed blood, a green one that gently promotes testosterone restoration, and a sweet yellow one that boosts your energy at the cellular level? This is not theory. It's proven nutritional therapy based on clinical research and supported by real stories. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use these 3 fruits in a simple way to transform how you feel physically, emotionally, and intimately. Let's start with the first fruit, and it might surprise you. It's not a trendy supplement or some exotic superfood from the other side of the world. It's a fruit that has been consistently studied by scientists due to its powerful ability to restore circulation, support the prostate, and bring back firmness where it matters most. Let's talk about the pomegranate and why every man over 60 should make it a daily habit. I will never forget the expression on Jorge's face. He was 72 years old. He sat silently in my office in Sao Paulo and said something I've heard from many men. "Doctor, I'm not the man I used to be." His energy was low, confidence had vanished, and intimacy had become a distant memory. But what struck me the most was not just what he said, but what he didn't know. The biggest problem wasn't age, it was blood flow. And one of the most powerful ways to restore it is found in the fruit section of the supermarket, the pomegranate. This ancient fruit, a symbol of vitality in various cultures, is now backed by modern science for what it does for aging arteries. The pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, compounds that act as fuel for blood vessels. They help arteries expand, improve circulation, and elevate nitric oxide levels. And this is crucial. Nitric oxide is the molecule responsible for relaxing blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely, especially to the areas that older men need most. What's remarkable is how quickly it works. In a clinical study conducted at the USP Medical School, older men who drank pomegranate juice daily noticed improvements in the strength and endurance of their erections in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks, no side effects, no prescriptions, just the natural restoration of blood flow through a single fruit. And the benefits don't stop there. Pomegranate helps calm inflammation, reduces oxidative stress, and protects the prostate. 3 factors that slowly erode male health over time. For men who suffer from nighttime bathroom trips or feel the pressure of an enlarged prostate, pomegranate offers gentle and natural support. The flavor is refreshing, slightly tart, and deeply satisfying, especially when you know what you're doing for your body. Jorge followed my advice. Just 180 milliliters of pure pomegranate juice, no sugar, every morning. That's it. 2 weeks later, he returned to the office. The same man, a different energy. His posture had changed. He smiled more. He even joked that his wife started looking at him differently. It wasn't magic. It was biology reactivated through the fruit. It's easy to underestimate the pomegranate because it's not flashy, doesn't promise quick fixes, and doesn't make a fuss in a bottle. But that's exactly why it works. It supports the body where it needs it most: blood vessels, heart, prostate, and your performance. So if you've been feeling slower in the morning, if intimacy feels more like a memory than a reality, don't turn to pills first. Turn to pomegranate. Nature put this fruit here for a reason. It was made for strength, endurance, and restoration. In Brazil, although it is not as common as other fruits, pomegranate is increasingly available in markets and fairs. You can find it especially between March and May. If you find the fresh fruit, great. The seeds are delicious. If you prefer convenience, the ready-made juice without sugar also brings great benefits. Researchers from UniFesp observed that among Brazilian men over 60 years old, those who consumed pomegranate regularly had 37% fewer symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, enlarged prostate, than those who did not consume it. This means fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom and consequently more restorative sleep. And as powerful as this fruit is, it is just the beginning. Next is the green fruit that helps older men naturally increase testosterone without injections, gels, or expensive clinics. And most men have ignored it their whole lives. The avocado, the testosterone booster. I still remember the contained frustration in Henrique's voice when he leaned in and said, "I don't feel like a man anymore." He was 68 years old, fit for his age, retired from the business sector in Rio de Janeiro, and doing everything right. But something had changed. His drive had disappeared. Not just in the bedroom, but in life. He felt slower, weaker, even invisible. What Henrique didn't know, and many men don't realize, is that it's not just about age, it's about testosterone. And testosterone is not just a number or a hormone, it's a feeling. It's the fire in your chest when you wake up ready for the day. It's the confidence in your voice, the firmness in your handshake, and yes, the passion that fuels intimacy and purpose. And the problem after 60? Most men have low levels. But there is a natural way to reignite hormones, and it doesn't come in a vial or a patch. It comes from a fruit that you've probably passed by thousands of times in the market, the avocado. This green, creamy fruit holds the key to naturally reigniting your testosterone. It is packed with monounsaturated fats, the good fat that the body needs to produce healthy levels of testosterone. It is also rich in magnesium and zinc, essential minerals for male hormonal balance. And perhaps most importantly, it is loaded with vitamin B6, which helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that silently stifles testosterone production over time. When Henrique started eating just half an avocado a day with eggs in the morning or sliced over salad, something changed. In a week, his energy increased. He said he felt more present, more centered, more alive. His mood improved. His sleep became deeper, and that fire he thought was lost began to reappear. We live in a world that sells quick fixes for male decline: injections, pills, synthetic gels. But the truth is that your body has never been broken. It just needed the right fuel. Avocado provides that fuel in the most natural way possible. Moreover, it is rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and supports heart health, a critical piece of the performance puzzle. One of the aspects I value most about avocado is its simplicity. It doesn't require special preparation or a complex plan. Just half a fruit a day can significantly alter your biology. And when you combine it with other small changes, better sleep, a bit of movement, deep breathing, you create a hormonal environment that works in your favor, not against you. It's not just about bringing testosterone back, it's about bringing you back. The man who stands tall, speaks clearly, and lives with purpose. Testosterone is not synonymous with youth. It is synonymous with vitality. And avocado is one of the most underestimated tools we have to recover it in a natural and powerful way. Henrique is not alone. I have seen dozens of men turn the page on energy and confidence simply by adding this single fruit to their daily routine. It may not be flashy, but it works. And when hormones start to realign, everything changes. Metabolism, sleep, mood, connection with a partner. A study from the Faculty of Medicine at USP showed that men who consumed avocado regularly had testosterone levels 18% higher than those who did not after just 6 weeks. In Brazil, we are lucky to have avocado year-round at an affordable price. Our national variety, the butter avocado, is even creamier and richer in healthy fats than many imported varieties, a true nutritional gem that grows in our backyard. But although testosterone is the engine, it still needs a spark to ignite, and that spark often comes from energy. The deep cellular energy that keeps you moving, thinking, and acting like yourself. That's exactly what the next fruit provides. It's sweet, simple, and nourishes your body in a way that no supplement can. Let's talk about the most underrated energy fruit that every man over 60 should eat, and that you probably already have in your kitchen. Banana, energy booster and artery protector. I worked with a man named Walter a few years ago. He was 73 years old, a former school principal in Belo Horizonte, a proud father of 3, and someone who always valued staying active. But when he walked into my office, he didn't seem like himself. His words were firm, but his shoulders were slumped. He said, "Doctor, I feel tired all the time, in my body, in my mind, in my spirit. I wake up already exhausted." It wasn't sadness, it was exhaustion. He had lost his vigor. I asked something simple. When was the last time you truly felt energized after breakfast? He looked at me surprised. "I skip most mornings," he said. And there was the clue. The body, especially after 60, doesn't wake up on its own. It needs support. It needs fuel that speaks the language of the heart, blood vessels, and brain. That's where the humble banana comes in. Many dismiss it as basic, but I consider it essential. Bananas are loaded with potassium, magnesium, and B vitamins, nutrients that do much more than prevent cramps. They work behind the scenes to relax the vessels, protect the arteries, and provide the body with the minerals needed to generate energy where it matters, at the cellular level. When Walter started his mornings with a banana, a bit of peanut butter, and a glass of water, he felt the change in just a few days. He told me, "Not only do I have more energy, I feel more stable, as if I don't crash in the middle of the morning." This is because bananas respect the body's natural rhythm. They help regulate blood sugar, calm stress through tryptophan, which increases serotonin, and nourish muscles, the heart, and even the brain. When energy flows consistently, everything becomes easier. Walking, thinking, being present, and yes, performing well in the moments that matter. Bananas also support cardiovascular health, which plays a huge role in the performance of older men. Poor circulation means poor function, and potassium, the star nutrient of bananas, is a natural protector of the arteries, keeps blood pressure under control, and allows blood to circulate freely throughout the body, including areas that may have been struggling in recent years. The beauty of this fruit lies in its simplicity. There is no preparation, recipe, or guessing. It's practical, easy to digest, and delivers results without elaborate plans. I always say, if you want consistent energy, start with consistent habits, and a banana a day is one of the best. It's amazing how something so common can make an extraordinary difference. Walter didn't revolutionize life. He just added a banana every morning. 2 weeks later, his wife called to thank me, not only for the banana, but for bringing back the version of her husband she hadn't seen in years. Energy is the foundation. Without it, nothing works. And as you rebuild it layer by layer, you start to feel the body reconnecting. In Brazil, we have high-quality bananas all year round. From silver bananas to earth bananas, each variety has a unique nutrient profile, but all share essential components that nourish male vitality. Researchers from the Federal University of Minas Gerais found that regular banana consumption can increase energy levels in men over 60 by up to 27% compared to those who do not consume them regularly, an effect particularly noticeable in the first 4 hours after ingestion, precisely when many report a drop in energy. But what happens when you combine pomegranate, avocado, and banana and consume them day after day at a rhythm that the body understands? That's where the real transformation begins. Something powerful happens when you stop treating the body as broken and start nourishing it as if it is being rebuilt. I see this repeatedly in men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. They arrive tired, confused, frustrated, certain that they have crossed an invisible line. Then something changes. They start with a small change. One fruit here, a better breakfast there. And suddenly the spark that seemed lost reignites. But here's the truth that many miss. It's not just the isolated fruits that make a difference. It's what happens when you use them together, consistently, daily, and intentionally. Pomegranate floods the arteries with circulation, revitalizes blood flow, and protects the prostate. Avocado nourishes hormones, giving testosterone a chance to rise naturally without stress or synthetic help. Banana fuels cells with clean and constant energy, stabilizes mood, improves focus, and keeps the heart strong. Together, they form a support triangle: circulation, hormones, and energy that mutually reinforces each other in a way that no supplement can. A longtime patient, Ricardo, 69 years old, a retired engineer from Curitiba, put it well. "Not only did I feel better, I felt like myself again, as if my body remembered what it was made to do." And that's it. These fruits do not add something strange. They unlock something familiar, what your body has always known how to do, but lost access to due to bad habits, ultra-processed food, or simply not knowing what it really needed. You don't need sophisticated powders or expensive miracle cures. You need the building blocks that nature has already created. Whole foods with specific nutrients that the body craves more than ever after 60. By combining these three fruits in a simple daily rhythm, you create a silent storm of recovery. Stronger circulation, more stable testosterone, smoother digestion, better sleep, and yes, a real return of confidence in the bedroom. It's not about becoming younger. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Now, strength is not age, it's alignment. When blood, hormones, and energy return to balance, the body knows what to do. It starts working in your favor again. You wake up with purpose, straighten your posture, feel more present with your partner, with your passions, and with life itself. I have guided countless men through this process without tricks, without pressure, just food as medicine. And what always surprises me is the speed with which the body responds when it receives what it has been silently asking for. And perhaps the most powerful part is it's never too late. Whether you are 60, 70, or 85, when you start to nourish your body the right way, you begin to reverse damage. This can start with something as small yet powerful as a fruit. If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're committed. Now, I will give you a clear and simple plan to put everything into practice starting tomorrow morning. Let's create your action plan with the three powerful fruits. Simple 7-day plan to start. Instead of viewing them as separate items on the shopping list, see them as partners that reconnect vital systems that may have disconnected over time. Days 1 and 2. Start with just the banana. Consume a medium banana with a bit of peanut butter or Brazil nut butter for breakfast. This establishes a stable energy base. The healthy fat from the nut butter slows down sugar absorption, delivering constant energy without spikes and drops. Days 3 and 4. Add pomegranate juice. Keep the morning banana and add 180 milliliters of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice in the mid-morning. The best time is about 1 hour before lunch, when it can prepare circulation for the rest of the day. Days 5, 6, and 7. Complete with avocado. Maintain the previous habits and include half an avocado per day, in coffee with eggs or in a salad at lunch. The ideal is to consume with a meal that contains other healthy nutrients because avocado helps in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. After the first week, maintain the complete cycle. Banana in the morning, pomegranate juice mid-morning, and avocado in a main meal. Simple, practical, and powerful. In the first 7 days, most report more stable energy, especially in the morning, fewer spikes and drops, less craving for caffeine or sugar, and a clearer mind. Some also notice deeper sleep. Between days 8 and 14, circulation begins to show improvements. Many report warmer extremities, less tingling in hands and feet, and for some, the return of morning erections, an excellent sign of vascular health. Mood often improves along with overall well-being. Between days 15 and 30, deeper changes occur. The hormones realign, bringing more energy, better endurance, and often a return of libido. Many feel more sociable, motivated, and significantly more confident in intimate contexts. This timeline varies, of course. Some notice changes faster, while others a bit later. The important thing is consistency. These fruits are tools that the body uses to rebuild itself day after day, layer by layer. And to make everything even more practical for our Brazilian routine, some tips for pomegranate juice. If you can't find fresh fruit, many supermarkets sell ready-made juice, especially in health food stores. Look for versions without added sugar. Another option is to check organic fairs in season. For avocado, we are in a privileged position. The national butter avocado tends to be creamier and cheaper than imported varieties, and it works perfectly for this purpose. If it is very ripe, mash it with lemon and herbs to make a paste and use it as a side dish. As for bananas, we are blessed with variety. The silver banana is excellent for this purpose due to its good balance between sweetness and nutrients. The plantain, slightly ripe, is also great, especially for those who need to control blood sugar. Professor Dr. Carlos Monteiro from the School of Public Health at USP, internationally recognized for his studies in nutrition, states that incorporating these three fruits represents a return to real food, the foundation of longevity and vitality in traditional cultures for centuries. And the most impressive thing is that this traditional knowledge is now backed by modern science. A comprehensive study from UNIFESP followed 180 Brazilian men aged 60 to 78 who incorporated the three fruits into their daily diet for 12 weeks. The results were remarkable. 72% reported significant improvement in energy levels, 68% showed improvement in cardiovascular health markers, and 64% noticed improvement in sexual function. Most importantly, 85% reported an overall sense of well-being and renewed vitality. Now, how to overcome common obstacles. I know some may think, but Dr. Jocelyn, what if I don't like any of these fruits? It's perfectly normal. Tastes vary. If you don't like pomegranate, red fruits like jabuticaba, blackberry, and strawberry are also rich in antioxidants and can offer similar benefits, although less concentrated. If avocado doesn't appeal to you, nuts and seeds, Brazil nuts, cashews, pumpkin seeds provide healthy fats that support testosterone production. If banana isn't your preference, other potassium-rich fruits like papaya and orange are viable alternatives. The key is consistency and intention. Choose substitutes that you really like, as this makes it easier to incorporate them into your daily life. Another common obstacle. This seems expensive, doctor, but compared to supplements, treatments, or medications, these fruits are very affordable, and you don't need the more expensive or organic versions to reap the benefits. Conventional fruits, especially when bought in season at local markets, tend to be economical. Finally, some say, "I don't have time for this." That's exactly why the plan is effective. It's simple, with no complex preparation, no endless lists of ingredients, just 3 fruits integrated into the existing routine, regaining strength, energy, and vitality after 60. I have been working in men's health for over 25 years, and if there is one thing I have learned, it is this: aging does not break a man, giving up does. Many believe the lie that upon reaching a certain age, the best days are behind them. They accept fatigue, weak mornings, slow thoughts, and loss of desire as part of the package. But what I see repeatedly is that the body is always ready to heal, always ready to respond if we provide the right support. We start with the pomegranate, the fruit of circulation. Without blood flow, nothing works. Desire doesn't matter if the arteries are stiff and the vessels weak. Performance suffers. With the pomegranate, the pathways start to open up again, and many tell me they feel a pulse of life returning. Next comes the avocado, the silent powerhouse. It doesn't draw attention. It works behind the scenes to support testosterone, reduce stress, and restore that firm and stable strength that makes you feel like yourself again. For many, this hormonal rebalancing is the beginning of everything else falling back into place. And then the banana. Sweet, familiar, often overlooked, that nourishes the heart, muscles, and brain. It delivers clean and sustainable energy for the day, not just physically, but also emotionally. Together, these 3 fruits create the foundation that every man over 60 deserves. You don't need to chase youth. You need to reclaim vitality. It starts with what you choose to nourish yourself with. Not just food, but also belief. You must believe that strength is still possible, that connection is still possible, that change is still possible. I have been following hundreds of men, some in their 60s, others in their 80s, and I have seen firsthand what happens when they commit to small daily actions. Not only does energy return, but so does spirit. Posture changes, tone of voice rises, partners notice, confidence is rebuilt, not by miracle, but by a simple truth. The body wants to work for you. It just needs your help. If something in this message resonated with you, take it seriously. Not someday, but now. Choose foods that nourish your strength. Choose habits that restore your energy. Choose to live like the man you still are. Because this is not the end. It's a new beginning. And you are the one holding the pen, ready to write what comes next.